Hey everyone, I'm currently traveling around Japan with Insta360's new X4 camera, and it has been such a game changer in how I shoot my content. Let me show you why. So in this video, I wanted to walk you guys through all of my favorite features of the X4 and some tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way just shooting with this camera for the past couple of months. Because it shoots in 360 degrees, I can capture every single angle and reframe it later in the Insta360 desktop or studio app. And this is a really amazing feature, especially when filming travel content, because you can just live in the moment knowing that you get every single angle. So this is my favorite accessory that Insta360 makes. It's the invisible selfie stick. They have all sorts of shapes and sizes, but the premise is once you put the invisible selfie stick on, the AI technology will automatically erase this from your footage. No other camera in the market does that, and it is such a unique and fun way to shoot your clips because you can get some really fun and creative angles all by yourself. And when I shoot in 360 mode or in me mode, I hold it out straight like this. And I also like to keep my arms relaxed at my sides so that it looks the most natural. And it's such a game changer, especially if you're filming yourself. This camera can actually be shot with single lens mode, which turns your camera into a 4K action camera. That basically gives you two cameras in one. You can use a touchscreen to flip your lens to either use the front lens or the back lens, which is perfect if you want to film yourself vlogging and want to see yourself in the screen. I also think that the audio just using the native microphone on the X4 is incredible. It's so crisp and clear, and it actually sounds like a microphone. I did a couple of test vlogging scenes when I was kayaking the other day, so I'll put those in as an example. Hello guys, we're currently kayaking in a beautiful mangrove area here on Iriomote Island. As you can hear, the cicadas are going crazy right now. Another really awesome feature is AI gesture control. This is really convenient if you are shooting with this underwater or kind of far away from your camera. You can do a peace sign to take a photo, or if you want to start or stop recording, you just put your palm out in front and it will automatically start recording as well. So this is a really cool high-tech feature that I actually use quite often. All right guys, now I want to show you how I take the X4 diving with me. As you know, with my lifestyle, I'm constantly going in and out of the water, always around the ocean, so it's really important to me that right out of the box the X4 is waterproof up to 33 feet. However, if you are going to submerge the camera and take anything underwater, it's important that you use the invisible dive housing. After some trial and error, I discovered that without the housing it's kind of blurry if you try to film underwater, so this really makes such a huge difference. When you're underwater, light refracts differently, so this dome housing is specifically made for that. So I'm just about to get ready to go for a dive, and I want to show you how I set up the camera. First of all, you want to put the camera into dive housing mode by swiping down, swiping to the right, and clicking the dive housing mode. Once that has been enabled, you want to stick it into the housing like so, with the screen facing up, and then you want to double check that the buttons are aligned with the buttons of the housing. You also want to make sure that every time you use the housing, you have the anti-fog inserts inside of the housing so that this gives you the cleanest, most high quality footage possible. Then you close the housing shut, and then you want to make sure that the camera is firmly in the housing, and you can do that by listening for the click in each of these clasps. Another thing you want to note is to keep both of these lenses super clean and dry and scratch free. So when you're out and about using this thing, you don't want to bump it into anything. You always want to keep it nice and protected. And then the final step is to install the invisible selfie stick, which makes this so much fun. Like I mentioned earlier, having this invisible selfie stick makes it so that this whole entire pole automatically gets removed in any of your footage. When I'm swimming around, I like to have this wrist strap just so I don't lose it. So let's take this thing for a dive and see what we can find. Alright guys, I'm back home in California and I want to take the X4 surfing because that's what most of my content is centered around, so this is a really important activity for me to test out. So there's 3 different methods I have in front of me and I want to try each one. The first one is mounting the X4 onto their floaty grip pole. This is probably the easiest way to take the camera out in the water and the way that I'm personally most comfortable with. And the benefit of this option is that with this floaty pole, it will not sink if you lose it. So it's definitely the safest way to take your camera out into the water. So this bite mount option is a great way to get POV shots of you surfing. What I really like about this setup is you can loop it around your neck like a necklace, which is so convenient in the water because you don't necessarily want to have to keep this in your mouth for your entire session. So if you're paddling around or if you kind of have some downtime, you can just let this hang, and then when it's actually time to catch a wave, you can pop it into your mouth. This is a great way to get those POV shots, or if you are filming someone in front of you, like a follow cam scenario. So the third way to mount your surfboard is with the Insta360 floating surfboard mount. This is a setup where it actually sticks onto the nose of your board, and I actually did that with this board. I put it on yesterday because it takes at least 12 hours to harden and make sure that that mount stays on your board in any wave conditions. So that is on there. All you do is pop this on and mount your camera. This is a great option if you are a beginning surfer and you want to get some really cool and easy shots of yourself. And even though it's at the nose of your board, you can easily film yourself with the gesture control. This evening, I'm going to be trying this option. I'm just going to go over to one of my local waves with one of my friends. I think that's going to be a good spot to test this camera out because it's really chill. There's some small waves. So let's go and test this floaty grip out. Little sunset sesh. It looks fun. It does look fun. Yeah, it looks fun. So with all of the shooting capabilities of the X4, I can easily see this camera being an all-in-one travel content camera for me. It has the versatility of an action camera with the quality of a vlog camera. So all I have to do is pick it up and start recording and just focus on having fun and getting creative. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll make sure to link all of the information about this camera in the description box below, so go ahead and check it out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!